Kennedy was livid that happened because he had affection for her, even though he had the distance for political reasons. But he was working on an executive order at that time that would have dissolved the agency and a lot of these operations that were dealing with this.
The agency is in CIA?
Yeah. So before that could go through the executive review process, he was killed. Huge mistake in the relationship between humans and these other civilizations. And here I want to put a button on this. When we detonated the first atomic bomb and the subsequent ones, when those go off, everybody knows what an electromagnetic pulse is. What they don't know is that there's an attending so-called scalar or longitudinal wave that is faster than the speed of light that disrupts the fabric and communication and propulsion guidance systems of extraterrestrial vehicles. This is why they came in huge force in the 40s and 50s. And this is why every single atomic and nuclear weapon storage facility, processing plant and base, and ship has been surveilled by these ET vehicles. Because when those things are used, it's like tearing the fabric of space-time. Elon Musk has Neuralink, where he's trying to create an interface between the mind and machine, but he's doing it with wires and things in the brain and what have you. No, we're not talking about that, because that's at the speed of light.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the speed of thought. And that you're now in another universe. Now you've gone through the looking glass with this. Now, this question you asked is, to me, it's the really amazing science. They call it WSFM. Anybody out there listening heard this? Weird science and frickin' magic. I'm using the F word. And at my uncle's company, they would call it PFM, just pure effing magic. But it's real, it's science, but it's really amazing stuff. How would these extraterrestrial civilizations communicate? And he said, every point in space and time is connected to every other point in space and time, in real time, instantly. And that's how they're doing it, and it's through consciousness, through mind. And of course, everybody there was like, these are nuclear engineers and whatnot, and they're going, what, WTF? But, that's true. John McCain took his seat. And I was at his home in Paradise Valley. I was just there this week, but this was back in the 90s. And he said, it was a goddamn mistake then and a goddamn mistake now. This was ever kept secret. If you look at the radar tracings of these things, these objects can be moving at 200,000 miles an hour, make a right-hand turn. And there are occupants on these. Now, any pilot knows if you had the G-forces of that, your brains would come out of your nose. Mm-hmm. There's no way, it'd be fatal. But because it's correcting for 1G, and there's a sort of a bubble, an envelope in space-time that this object is moving in, there's no limit to what it can do.
So they don't feel the G.
They don't feel it and go straight up, at like one of the radar things we have from Belgium, I got from the Belgian Air Force, was an object that was at, slightly above AGL, a few feet above ground level. And it went from there to boom, like 100,000 feet in one radar swoop.